Last time on Dragon Ball XV, Legend of Zuno, we were introduced to Zuno, a time patroller in Conton City. After receiving a mission from Trunks and Chronoa, she and Aikon, a demon Saiyan hybrid, found themselves pit against a couple of demons sent by none other than Fu. While the battle was evenly matched, Zuno would begin to sense her mother's key fading in the distance. Arriving, she now finds herself face to face with a doppelganger from her dreams. Back in the initial battle, away from Zuno, Petunia notices her assailant has a tail. This must mean she's a Saiyan too, which could be a problem. Pitch, who previously arrived to aid our heroes mid-fight, tells her that's right. She is a Saiyan and her foe would be a fool to take her lightly. Going Super Saiyan, Pitch asks if she's ready to rock.
Alright then, let's roll! You better watch your back.
From below, Koa tries to think of a plan, figuring this is as good as anything. She uses her key to create a saliva explosion. Actually, she can't believe that even worked.
You dare? You will suffer for your insolency! How are you? Still standing? What can I say? I guess I'm just a badass bitch. Just what is she preparing to do? Final shine! Attack! You're not going anywhere, lady! I can't dodge it!
A little ways away, Belle senses this immense blast and is in disbelief that someone that powerful is here. He isn't alone in his amazement as Aikon balks at the energy as well. He mutters, "So that's the power of the rebel princess. I heard she was strong, but this is just crazy." Callie excitedly runs up to congratulate her ally. She did it! But not quite. She can't imagine that's all it took. But after that, how? When an explosion booms out from the castle. They spot Zuno soaring through the sky. Though it's pretty obvious, not of her own will. What could be happening here? As a beam suddenly pierces through Koa. As she assumed, the demon lives. She snarls good riddance to that brat. She was getting on her last nerve. Now, she will make Pitch through the very moment she decided to cross her. When she's finished, there won't be anything left to cross. She will pay for this. With Zuno, all it took was that one attack to send her flying. This is nothing less than a monster she's dealing with. Who approaches our hero to chuckle, it appears she's still alive and kicking. And she doesn't know what this villain's deal is, but she has a ton of questions for her once she's done kicking her ass. The Fiend takes delight in her confidence, but even more so in fixing that flaw.
Did I get hit just now? She's so fast!
Standing over Zuno, her opponent sadistically snarls at the Saiyan sees now. This is her rightful place, beneath her. And what was it she said she was going to do? Kick her ass, was it? She claims she will force the answer she seeks out of her opponent, but can't even land a single blow. Surely she's not surprised. Not even the queen of this pathetic planet was able to hold a candle to herself. But Zuno bellows she's had enough. The Fiend wonders how can this be? Her power just increased tens of times over. Few warned her of this. Could she really be the legendary Super Saiyan? That's preposterous. Noticing her blonde hair, it appears this feature is a new experience to the villain. Either way, Zuno is done talking. She doesn't care who this is or what they are, or where she came from. But she can promise her, this will be her grave.
Prepare to die.
joining Aikon. He taunts his foe. He can see he's finally running out of breath, and if that's all he's got. Who also tries to keep his poker face going, inquiring if that's all he had. Though luckily, he has a retort. What?
Well?
Oh, what the hell? The demon spews. The time patroller has no idea what he's gotten himself into. His ki is growing rapidly. This is different from his timebreaker form. Bell apologizes to keep his foe waiting. This time, it's the real him. The Saiyan shorts. Oh, so you're not actually 2 feet tall? Works well enough for me. Going somewhere? Sorry, I don't have much time. Whoa! Battering Aikon down again. Bell laughs. That has to be the most satisfying hit he's landed so far. However, his opponent isn't much phased and he assures he's not done yet. Ooh, what's this? Damn it! Fine! This planet was going to die anyway! I might as well take you lot along with it! An attack like that would decimate this entire planet! Thanks for letting me get a glimpse of your desperation. Simultaneously, Pitch continues to fend off her assailant while trying to get a sensu bean to Callie, cursing that if she would have just stayed hidden, they could have gotten the upper hand. Crony wonders what Bell could be thinking. Surely he knows using that amount of ki will speed up the curse. This will only lose them more time. But what does she mean by the curse? Back with, he taunts, and so he still stands before himself. And of course, the Saiyan never wavers. This one's gonna blow him away. But if he actually intends to take this dead on, the patroller is even more foolish than Bell thought. Narrowing his eyes, he affirms the name is Aikon and to get it right. And he'd rather die a fool than let a guy like him get his way. The demon mocks he'll be sure to remember that while he's watching this planet turn to ash. Super Kamehameha! It's too late! You lose! On the ground, Pitch tells her ally it's going to be alright. She lost that demon for the time being, so eat the senzu and relax. Doing the trick, she then tells Callie that was pretty wild back there. She should find the rest of her people and get to safety as soon as possible. Which sounds like a plan, but she inquires, what about her?
I'm gonna put that demon bitch in her place.
But Callie feels something isn't right here, asking what she means. She warns they need to get off this planet. Staring each other down, the doppelganger quips, "So that's your resolve?" Zuno scoffs. Even if it wasn't, her foe wouldn't stop, would she? And of course, not a chance. She doesn't believe Zuno has what it takes to land even a scratch. But being the saint she is, she'll give our hero a tad more incentive since she seems so keen on talking. But incentive? Zuno asks what she's talking about and to just look at what she's done. The villain smiles. Things are about to get a lot worse. She directs her attention to the seed in her hand. She doesn't know why, but the guy she's working with is making a huge fuss about it. For better or worse, the Saiyan knows exactly what it is. Her adversary figures if that's the case, she must also be aware of the power that resides within it. This seed carries the life force of the 4 divine trees of this world. It's what gives this planet life. It's also where all the planetoid race develop their magic and abilities alike, but questions if she knows what happens when it's removed from the planet's core. Firing a quick blast at her foe! It's completely ineffective, but she'll take that response as a strong yes. Even before this, Zuno thought this was a complete nightmare, and she won't let her get away with this. Who's pretty sure she already has.
How about that? The Super Saiyan is too slow. Well, I guess I should admit, I'm impressed.
Zuno baffles at her power. She just got brushed aside like nothing again. However, she wants to see how she handles Super Saiyan 2. And the fact that she can ascend only makes this battle more interesting to the Fiend.
You really are amusing, Saiyan! And that's game!
With the situation taking a grave turn, what will become of our young time patroller?